Yo.
Yes, sir.
Brooklyn Boyz Radio.
Back at it once again.
What's up, my G?
What's good?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I want to buy some New Year's, like the little things you like, all that shit.
What the hell was, what's it?
The shit they be blowing on New Year's. What's that
Oh,
shit
you
called?
talking about yeah, okay. This is
you
the Screamers.
You gotta be kind of
Somebody just stopped here and gave us a shitload of sex toys. I just wanted to let that be known.
And Woodstack gave us some gifts for Christmas, man.
Mo got a Christmas gift from Woodstack. And honestly,
shout out to Woodstack, shout out to Kenny, shout out to Tico.
Yo, y'all see my face? You talking to the kid that never got a Christmas gift.
For Christmas. He told y'all that shit last week.
I just got a Christmas gift, and I just feel like, loved.
Yeah, that was really nice. I didn't expect that today when I came in, so.
Because everybody hates Chris.
Here you go with that stupid shit. Put some stupid shit back on my fucking thing. It's gonna be a problem, dude. Matter of fact, look, hold up. Before we even start, because this nigga has some hand rock, so the show's gonna be crazy today. I predict this. He has some New Year's Hennessy, and the show might be a little crazy. But check this out.
I didn't have hand rock. I had privilege. There's a difference. Respect
damn,
the
game, whole room?
bro. That's right. That's right.
I don't drink. I don't know. But look, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave comments, please, man. And tell a friend about the show. You know what I mean? Shout out to Phil Gray.
Phil Gray.
They gave us some dope hats.
See these dope ass hats right here? Look at this. Trust no one. R.I.P. to my man Yah. My man Yah had this tattooed on his neck. So this is very reminiscent. Trust no one right here. Dope ass Phil Gray hats. Check out that Phil Gray.
Yeah, so what's up, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. I'm here. You know, just finished up my Christmas shopping today. So I'm happy. But then again, I might have to
How you finish your Christmas shopping? It was a Christmas episode last week.
Like I said. Yo, you know. Okay, I finished up my Christmas shopping last week.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I'm happy.
You're happy.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
okay, I survived Christmas.
You survived. I did too. I was with friends and family.
I'm gonna put y'all on, right?
For all the people that cared about me, and y'all niggas that laughed about me for being by myself last Christmas, when I see y'all, it's gonna be a problem.
I'm gonna put y'all on, right? Every man feels like he's holding his breath until the day after Christmas, right? Because he's running around getting his gifts, doing what he gotta do. And it's like the day after Christmas, everybody opens their gift, and then it's like Whitney Houston. You exhale. Straight up. It's like, okay, I survived another one.
It was easier for me this year, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. So
that's because you said all you was giving was money.
Giving out money, that's it. Every kid, here you go, here's some bread. I ain't going to no shop, I ain't going to no stores, no nothing. The only place I came was Woodstack. That was it. I'm cool.
I was running around shopping for like 3 days straight, man. And usually I just order stuff, but I don't know. The last couple of years, I did better this year because the last couple of years, I was getting all my Christmas shopping done on Christmas Eve. Like I was literally leaving the house early in the morning on Christmas Eve and getting all my shopping done. But this year I was like, you know what? I don't want to wait till Christmas Eve. So I just got everything done the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd.
That's dope. But enough about Christmas. You got any New Year's resolutions?
My New Year's resolution, in all honesty, is to go back to being pescatarian, for one. Because I was pescatarian.
You won't eat meat no more?
I was pescatarian. No, I just ate seafood for 5 years.
You won't eat meat no more, though?
Yo, bro, come on, bro. This nigga crazy, man. I ain't never ate meat. I don't know what you talking about. This guy's crazy. But anyway.
He didn't catch it the first time, y'all know. That shit was crazy, but go ahead.
Yeah, but I was pescatarian for 5 years. But then back in like October, I just had this craving.
For meat?
No. To eat beef, chicken, and turkey.
You want to eat beef?
You know what I'm saying? So,
Can I ask you a question about that, though? Real
Sure.
quick. Serious, y'all. I want to ask you a serious question. Can women eat chicken?
Why? Because was that like, you're trying to make...
I'm just asking...
Trying to say like it's cannibalistic?
It's like cannibalism, isn't it? If a woman eat chicken, because bird can't eat bird, right? Just ask a question, but go ahead. Go back to your story. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
If only that was funny.
Everybody else laughed. He didn't want to laugh, but it's cool.
But anyway, yeah. So I felt the craving to eat beef, chicken, and turkey.
Okay.
So I always listen to my body. Like although I was pescatarian for 5 years, like if my body tells me to do something, I do it. Just like I ain't drink for 5 years. You know what I mean? But the second I felt like having a drink, I had to drink. It is what it is. But yeah. My New Year's resolutions, though, are read more books, write more, practice my craft, You know what I mean? There's no such thing as perfecting your craft, but you can definitely better it. So it's write at least 6 days out the week and read more.
Okay.
What are your resolutions?
Well, this year I'm going heavy focus on this podcast. Getting 155%.
Brooklyn Boys Radio.
So we can get it to where we got to get to. All my endeavors that I'm working on, I want to give 155% in that too.
But see, that's the norm. You're supposed
it's not.
to.
Yeah, but for me,
You want to hold yourself accountable. That's what it is.
holding myself accountable to it, but even go extra hard than I did the year before, than I did the previous year. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's important for me this year. And also speak more words of affirmation into my life so things can come into existence for this year. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to say this. Just be careful with that, man. Like, the world is so focused on financial growth. The world is so
It's not really about finance,
just hear me
though.
out.
It's not finance,
Just
though.
hear me out. The world is just so focused on financial growth. The world is just so focused on success, and I feel that we don't focus just as hard on emotional and spiritual growth. I feel that we don't focus just as hard on our mental stability and our happiness. Like, it's like I hear what you're saying.
But you didn't even let me finish my resolution.
Wait.
Like,
I just want to say something. Like, I hear what you're saying. We're going 150%, but I don't think going 150% is healthy.
not for you, but it's healthy for me.
Okay.
So let me finish my shit.
Finish your shit.
So every beginning of the year, as you all know, you should know, I fast every beginning of the year.
You fast or you slow?
So I go on a spiritual fast every beginning of the year for 21 days. So I start out my year in this getting my spirit right. That's the first thing I do in the beginning of the year. So I'm gonna be doing that. But also this year, I'm gonna find love this year. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna find relationship, love.
So you want to find love this year?
Definitely.
Because you
It's
are
wrong,
aware,
man.
it's up to you. Because you can ask God for something. I mean,
You gotta be ready to
I
receive
watch a lot of people do this,
Yeah.
right? They ask God for something, and when God sends it to them, they reject it.
They're rejected all the time. I tell people that all the time. We pray.
Are
Oh
you-
God, can I have this? And then when it comes, you ain't ready.
Because
to
the question is, you can want love, but are you ready for love? Because there's a difference between the two.
But that's what I'm telling you. I'm ready to receive it. So
Are you?
So yes. So that's what
Are you? What makes you feel like you're ready?
I'm ready to receive. Yo, is this nigga Dr. Phil?
No, I'm not. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm asking you, what makes you feel that you're ready to receive it?
I'm ready.
Are you ready to reciprocate everything?
know
Are you
what's
ready
up?
to reciprocate everything
Yes,
that you're
I am.
expecting?
But check this out. You remember what you just said? You just said to the camera, right?
What?
When you listen to your body tell you something, when you want to meet your body, you just.
I never. Yeah, come on, bro. Like, you be wilding, bro. Like, when I wanted to.
Yo, I'm saying I didn't say shit when you want to meet. Now I want love. You want to ask me 100 fucking questions. I'm ready to receive it and ready to give it.
Okay, say no
So
more.
I'm ready, man. What's up, man?
So that
me
means that if you find love and you fuck it up, I could drop kick you in the back of your head.
No, you my man. You supposed to pick me up and say, yo, Ty, you gotta do better.
I
Like,
could pick you up after I drop kick you in the back of your head.
wow, you a dusty nigga.
No,
man.
it has nothing to do with me being dusty. It's me holding you accountable.
But you can't beat my ass.
But this is why I'm.
Yo, we all four.
This is.
Did I beat your ass when you start drinking again? Because your body told you?
But why would you? Why? When at the end of the day, like I said, I stopped drinking because I didn't desire it.
All right, so
And
what if I don't wanna find love no more and I desire
If
it?
you don't want to find love no more.
You see, what works for him don't work for me.
No,
It's a problem, man.
Because the difference is.
But now I want to find love,
somebody's
period. I ain't even putting that in the
difference
atmosphere.
is somebody's heart is on the line, bro.
Your body's on the line, bro. Your kidney on the line, bro.
But it's still me paying the consequences. Someone else is
Yeah,
paying
no,
the
no, your
consequences.
family gotta pay the
Someone
consequences.
else
Something
will-
happened to you.
Someone else will pay the consequences for your deficiency if you're playing as far as
Like
wanting
I
love.
said,
That's all I'm saying.
Like I said, get your spiritual miracle ass out of here. Maybe for the new year, I gotta get ready for this nigga, man. Get out of here, man. Anyway, we starting shit, man. I can't even say my shit in peace. I ain't say nothing about your meat eating ass.
Hold on. You ain't say nothing about my. Come on, bro. Like you want my meat eating ass. That shit sounds. This nigga crazy, bro.
Yo,
This dude sounds crazy, bro.
yo. Anyway,
My
man.
meat eating ass.
He gonna keep saying it too.
Who says this stuff?
Why you
Like,
gonna keep saying it?
yo, who says this stuff? My meat, yo, bro. Oh my.
And we was from
God.
Harlem, we would have said pause, but we ain't from Harlem. So, you know, we Brooklyn niggas. We don't do that type of shit.
Yo.
Anyway,
This is why everybody hates Chris.
we gonna stop running with that shit, man. Anyway, let's get into some news, some Brooklyn news, matter of fact. Let's do that. Can we do that? I don't know what was that, man. So check this out. Bishop Lamar Whitehead is back in the news.
The Bishop is back in the news.
Bishop is back. But he's not back from the previous situation. It's a whole new situation. I guess the robbery was real, right? Because they caught 2 offenders out of the 3. But now he's being charged by the feds, and we know how the feds play. What, they got a 98, 96 conviction rate, something like that?
Above 90% conviction rate, right? because they collect the evidence before they pick you up. Like, you're pretty much, it's like a secret indictment. One thing I can say, and I knew this was going to happen, and we had mentioned this, the robbery brought attention to the bishop, and that got him put under investigation.
Yeah, probably so, definitely. And not just the robbery, but I think a lot of the antics that was going on, the talking, the flashiness. Yeah. And now people are starting to pay attention and watching you. So he got picked up for what? Fraud. Intimidation.
Extortion.
Yeah, intimidation.
Threatening, intimidation.
Yeah.
So a couple of different things. But I don't know if it's that black and white, in all honesty, because I read the paperwork as far as him promising to get this lady a house. She went into her retirement account. She gave him $90,000. You know, it's a lot of he said, she said, because the truth is, if they don't have a contract and there isn't any paperwork, it's her word against his.
Well, look, like I said, we know how the feds play, so they definitely probably got their...
Yeah, they wouldn't have indicted them if they didn't think they had a case.
He posted a $500,000 bill. He seemed confident that he's going to be...
Ballin'!
Bishop ballin'. Bishop, let us hold some paper, please. Put some...
Don't let me hold nothing, because I don't need to be linked to nothing, bro. I'm all right, bro.
We're going to get caught in the RICO?
I'm good.
With the Bishop. But check this out. So I really don't... I don't know... I'm a firm believer. I like to let things play out before we call somebody and say they did something or didn't do something. So I want to see this play out, because I saw everybody jumped out the window and said he set himself up the last time.
Yeah, which I didn't agree with.
And then it happened to be the man didn't set himself up. People really came and robbed him and his family and his church. So, Bishop, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt again, right? We're going to see this play out. But if you are found guilty of these charges, we getting on your ass, Bishop. Amen.
Getting on your ass. Here, this nigga.
Damn, here we go.
But anyway.
Yo, this is the new year, B. Like, come on, man. Can't bring it in like this.
But anyway, I don't know, man. Like, I don't wish jail on no man.
Yo, Bishop, come on the show, man.
Yeah, we should
invite him.
We should have the Bishop on the show.
Bishop, we should invite him to the show.
I think we will have the Bishop on the show. But anyway, like I was saying, man, I don't wish jail on no man. The facts haven't come out yet. So at the end of the day, Bishop Lamar Whitehead, wishing you the best, bro. You know, don't think the Bishop is a bad guy at all. I think that he's very ambitious, and his ambitions may cause him to kind of go left here and there, but I don't think he's a bad guy. Wish you the best, bro. And we'll reach out. Maybe we'll have you on the show soon.
Yeah. So we're going to get to, our celebrity news before we get into all the good stuff. You know what I mean? We're going to start the New Year's right and get into this. I seen something crazy the other day.
Happy New Year!
Seen something crazy the other day. I seen Lil Yachty saying that he don't have sex no more. It kind of don't really excite him because he had so much sex in his life. You know what I mean? I guess from being Lil Yachty. Can sex ever get boring to you? Can you ever have enough?
Now, this is the thing. My question is, how much sex did Lil Yachty get before rap? I doubt much. That's number one. So now, in comparison to him becoming a rapper, the amount of sex he's getting is probably blowing his mind.
Okay.
So I don't know. Like, I don't get it.
He said he liked laughter more.
You've had a whole lot of sex, correct?
And I had a whole lot of laughter.
I've had a whole lot of laughter too.
I still want more laughter, more sex.
I mean, sex is sex, but at no point do I feel like, I don't want to have sex. Even when I'm bored with sex, I don't feel like I'm not having sex anymore.
I don't never feel like...
You understand what I'm saying?
It just seemed funny to me a little bit.
So to me, it feels like the drum roll before you hit the cymbal. Like, what's going to be the hit of the cymbal? That's what I want to know.
Listen, B, somebody can hit his cymbal, not mine. I don't know nothing about that, bro.
Yeah, but Lil Yachty, more power to you, bro.
Yeah,
Not my
more power
business.
to
Do
you,
what you want to do
Lil
with
Yachty.
your joint.
I want to get into something better. Like, I got another conversation better than the Lil Yachty shit. I'm still having sex. This conversation I actually want to talk about.
Okay, what's the
And
conversation?
I like this conversation, bro. So I seen Glorilla. I don't know if you've seen that shit. She had came out. And I wanted to address this the last episode, but I don't know how I forgot about this.
She was on lip service with
Angela Yee.
Angela Yee.
Yeah, and it was mind blowing. And I loved it. She said she likes to have sex, and she swallows nut. That's what she said, right?
Mm-hmm.
She said, but even better, sometimes if she's eating food,
She likes the nut on her fries.
and if the nut goes on her fries, she still eat it.
How does the nut go on your fries?
I don't know how that works.
No, she said if she's eating food, if the nut just so happens to go on my fries, how does that happen exactly?
Listen, Gorilla, if you was older, I would just tell you I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I want to experience everything you got to give. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you do know the next day she put out a tweet and said she was joking.
Yeah, listen, because her publicist came and said, no, stop! Don't tell niggas that. Y'all niggas talking too loud over there. I know y'all can talk, but y'all talking way too loud in here. Mm-hmm. Ty, you can bring your drunk ass home.
At this point, I mean, it's 2022, man. Like they say, right? Everyone is sexually free. They can do whatever they please.
I don't know why they made her recant her statement.
Yeah, I don't understand why they made such a big deal about it. Like, okay, if she wants nut on her fries, she gets nut on her fries. It is what it is. It's ranch.
I've never eaten ranch. So, you know I had a problem for a long time with eating white condiments, me? I never liked eating white condiments.
I don't like the fact that white came before condom. That made me uncomfortable.
I've been saying for a long time.
You had a problem with eating white condom?
Yeah, because you have people be eating, they bite a sandwich or something, they got that mayonnaise shit all inside of their face. I don't like that shit, B.
You know in Canada they put mayo on fries.
Do
What
they?
is it?
Mayo on fries.
Gorilla like something else on her fries. So big up the Gorilla. So I want to talk about one more thing that I seen real quick. I seen Brittany Renner.
Brittany Renner.
Renner. Oh, okay. She was
Professional baby mama extraordinaire.
She was talking about she kind of regrets letting men use her.
I'm sorry for her.
You know
I'll
what I'm
pray
saying?
for her.
She regrets doing that. They, taking advantage of her and using her. I just didn't know who. She the IG model. She
Yeah,
bad
I
than
know
a
exactly
motherfucker.
who she is. She had the baby for what's his name? PJ Washington? Yes. Yeah, PJ Washington.
How much she paying?
Now this is my thing. This goes back to how women are wired, right? I had a friend of mine who was a stripper years back, and every 6 months she would lose it, like in the strip club, like just flip, start throwing bottles, cursing everybody out, this. And the reason being was because although her presentation to the world that she was comfortable with what she was doing, it was eating her up inside, bro. Mm-hmm. Every single day. And she used to tell me this, like, yo, when I have to face myself in the mirror, when I have to face myself at night before I fall asleep, like it eats at me. You know what I mean? Because deep down inside, I know that this ain't cool. You get what I'm saying? And I think back to when we were in our teenage years, like, remember, stripping was so taboo, right? And now it's just out there. Like, you got young girls graduating from high school and their plan after high school is to become a stripper or to become a bottle girl.
Well, some people do that to get to school too.
Like, yeah, of course. And listen, and in no way am I knocking that. But all I'm saying is that although the world is changing and we're being a little more lenient with morality, deep down inside, bro, your gut knows the difference between right and wrong. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that stripping is wrong. I'm not saying that, open up the whore door is wrong, and walking through it. But I'm just saying that deep down inside, the way that women are wired, y'all know what's wrong and what's right. Y'all know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And I think sooner or later, although you justify it to yourself for years and years and years, I think it eats at you.
So let me ask you a question. So who's wrong? Like, is she wrong for allowing men to do that, or men are allowing, or the men wrong for taking advantage of her allowing herself to do that?
I think as long as you let people take advantage of you, they will. And the only way to change you being taken advantage of is by being accountable and understanding that it's what you allow. because that's the only thing that you're in control of. You're not in control of anyone else's actions. So you have to focus on what you allow and stop allowing it.
So she's taking accountability now, you should
Yeah,
say, because
yeah.
she's now realizing what she don't want to be anymore, how she don't want to move anymore to move forward in her life. Right?
I think a lot of times, and we had this conversation, like with the whole thing with women going to Dubai and being paid $50,000 to let a man shit in your mouth and all types of craziness. I think a lot of times we get so caught up in the superficiality because the world is telling us that these things, Birkin bags, cars, red bottoms, Louis shoes, that they have so much value. But when you begin to sell your soul for it, I think after a while it catches up to you and you begin to realize that you sold something priceless for something that had a price and it wasn't worth it.
So let me ask you a question. This devil advocate to change it, right? Is that the same would you say for the drug dealing game? Like, you realize that?
No, not at all.
This nigga here. So
no,
niggas don't feel bad that they fuck
No.
up the community, fuck up families.
No, because I've never put a gun to anyone's head and made them buy crack.
So
but
she
in the same breath, but
guess what? She could say the same thing. She never banged down the door to make any nigga take the coochie. They was banging down her door.
no, I'm not. Listen, all I'm saying is this.
Or is that a case of a man and woman being
How
wired
about
differently?
this? For me, as far as the drug thing, as I got older, the realization that I came to was it wasn't worth my freedom. It's never been about selling drugs to anyone because, bro, I never forced anybody to buy drugs. People wanted drugs. Okay, you want drugs? Here you go.
But niggas want pussy.
And wait. And let me say another thing. Another thing, too, with me, that's always been an issue with me feeling bad about drugs is drugs are only bad because they're not legal, right? Weed wasn't legal not too long ago. Now it's okay, simply because they changed the law. There is nothing immoral about someone doing drugs.
Yeah, but
bro.
hold on, time out.
It's all a legal thing.
But wait a minute. No, because we got to step back. Like, we just got to rewind it back.
Ask a question.
Sure.
Hold up, my nigga. We got to go back. Wait a minute, I said. I don't know who the fuck you think you is, but I want to rewind it back because stripping ain't illegal, right? Prostitution is now legal in New York City. But a woman will still go home and feel bad about it. It's a legal thing.
See, this is what I'm telling you.
So I'm just saying,
Listen.
that's
the difference.
That's why I ask you this question, though.
Sure.
So do you think it's more of how men and women are wired more than, like, a man probably don't look at it like, it is what it is.
Drugs were illegal. They were never immoral. The government made them immoral through being illegal. Stripping,
I think it's the lens of who looking at it.
that's not, listen, if that's the case, the government just legalized marijuana. Now it's okay. Now we're in this weird space. Like for instance, my man called me yesterday. He's like, yo, my son is 20 years old. He's smoking weed now. And I don't even know how to approach the situation because now it's legal. Do you get what I'm saying? So the truth is, first of all, there was never anything immoral about marijuana. It's just that we get sold the bullshit that society sells us, right? They weren't able to tax it, so all of a sudden they demonized it. It was a way in the 1960s for them to pretty much criminalize the black community. So
1920s, William Randolph Hearst, who owned the New York Daily News, they ran a smear campaign.
exactly.
Hemp was being printed to
It was part of the war on black people. That's all that was.
Yeah, but I hear you. But the same thing you can say for prostitution. I'm just saying, I agree with everything you're saying.
Prostitution, listen,
But now-
prostitution is immoral.
No, hold up, no. Because some women feel like, yo, it's my body. I should be able to do what I want with my body.
Yes, they do. But understand that these
I don't know if it's
these same
yeah.
women that feel that way,
And protecting your
after
temple.
these same people that feel that way, it's going to eat at them, bruh.
I
Like
hear
you can't escape that. It's gonna eat at your soul. You get what I'm
I
saying?
understand what you say about. I gotta get what he's saying because it's her body. If she wants to sell her,
It is her body.
she can sell it.
It
But I
is.
get what you're saying.
Yeah, it is her body.
Damage them mentally.
She can still listen. She can still do what she wants. Yes, she can sell her body. She has that right. But the toll that it's going to take on her emotionally and spiritually, she will pay for. Because the way that women are wired, bruh, that is her value that she's giving away. She's selling herself.
Let me ask you something. And I'm only because I didn't even want to go this route, but I just had to ask these questions. I really want to go somewhere else and have some more fun than what we're talking about, right? But if you had rat poison, right? And this nigga was knocking down your door to get rat poison, would you sell him rat poison?
No.
Right? Because it'd be a morally so my thing,
No.
I've seen drugs get people high and people be fun, but I also seen drugs also damage families. Niggas die, we're not just talking about weed, dope, crack, cocaine.
We have a different take on it.
Okay.
Right? And the reason we have a different take on it is just like I give money to homeless people. And sometimes I hear people go, yo, why you gonna give them that? They're gonna go buy crack or they're gonna go buy drugs. And I always say, listen, if this man is going through hell and I give him this $5 and it gives him a 10-minute escape from the hell that he's going through, I'm fine with that. You understand? Like
well,
that's always.
Saying, but I don't say that.
Hold on. That's always.
I don't really care what nigga buy his shit with. I gave it to you. You gonna do what you want.
But
that's
always.
Right?
That's always been my my take on drugs, bro. Life is hard. Life is hard, and it's the same way. I don't go to church. Why? Because I think churches sell hope. I believe in the word of God. I don't believe in the word of man. I believe that churches sell hope. I believe that churches, bro, they rob a lot of people. But in the same breath, I cannot deny the fact that a lot of those people need that hope to continue to get fuel to push through life. So it serves a purpose. I'm not mad at it. And I feel like it's the same thing with drugs. Like people take drugs so that they can deal with life. You have a lot of functional crack users who go to work every day, have families, smoke crack in their basement. You have a lot of functional dope users.
Yeah, but it
not
destroys
saying
families,
not
bro.
saying that it doesn't destroy
you
families
got functional
as well.
strippers and functional
And
prostitutes.
listen, and no way am I making excuses for selling drugs. Look, I did that in my younger years or whatever. Can I honestly say that I regret it? No, because I don't regret anything in life. I've learned from everything that I've been through. You know, I'm at a different stage in life. I'm more mature. The things that I value now wouldn't allow me to do such things. Well, but you know.
I just think they both a moral issue. If I had to look at it,
I don't think drugs are an immoral issue. I think drugs are a legal issue.
Nah, I think it's both. I think they're a moral issue too. You got to protect your temple, whether you.
So let me ask you a question.
Sex or whether you putting something in your body that hurts you.
Question: if you had a son and he was selling drugs, would your issue be that he's destroying his soul or that he may go to jail?
My issue would be all the above, because my issue would be that he's gonna get himself locked up. My issue will be that you hurting some other motherfuckers so you could get to where you got to get to. Even when I sold drugs, I still felt like that morally. Like, yeah, that's how I felt. Like, damn, I'm fucking somebody else up. That's how I got from the hard drugs to the weed, because I figured weed wasn't gonna really fuck nobody up like that. So I'm like, I'm gonna sell the weed. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this crack shit no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? So. Because I would see crackheads, and I remember having a group of friends. They were some bad kids, like bad girls growing up, like pretty and shit. And their parents got on drugs, and their whole family was like destroyed behind that shit. And I was like, damn. And then I used to be outside with my mans selling crack and shit. See my man sell crack to his aunt. Like, how the fuck you sell crack to your aunt? Like
this.
Then I see niggas sell crack to a pregnant woman, and he like fighting. Didn't I tell you not come back here? And that's the first time I ever seen a woman suck starch, like through a straw.
Suck starch. I
never seen that before.
I seen a crackhead on my block suck a pit bull dick for some crack.
See, that shit's crazy. Next subject, man. I gotta go. I can't even talk about. But I'm just saying. So shit like that.
As a matter of fact, it wasn't on my block. It was my man Rush. My man Rush had a pit bull. I forgot his pit bull's name. It was brown and white. And he paid the crack. He gave the crackhead some crack.
Man. Come on, bro.
And she sucked the pit bull
that
dick.
Shit is.
Can I just ask one question? What is morally right?
Could we get this nigga out of here?
What is morally right?
Yo, listen. Anyway.
Morals is just something you was taught.
Like, anyway, I don't want this.
No. Morals aren't always taught, bruh. I think morals are that innate thing within yourself that just gnaws at you.
Bad faith theory.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, it is part of the value system that you're taught, but, you know, we have to think about it like this, right? How many times have you seen videos on social media of a woman dancing provocatively, twerking or stripping, and her 1-year-old son running to her leg like, stop, ma, right? And he's not even old enough to really learn anything from society. That's innate, bro. That's innate. He knows that what my mother's doing is inappropriate.
We know what's wrong from right.
And this is what I mean by morally wrong. Morally wrong is something that you don't need to be taught. It's something that is innate, brother. The way that we're wired, we know that, yo, this isn't supposed to be going on.
And I agree. And I feel like all those things that we talking about, whether it's prostitution or drugs or selling your body or whatever, they all one and the same in some kind of way, because at some point we feel like some shit is just
but I don't believe that.
I think drugs.
You know why I don't believe that? Because you don't think these pharmaceutical companies selling pharmaceuticals.
I do.
You don't think?
No, that's another topic.
You don't think that's
topic.
morally wrong? And listen,
hell, you already know how I feel.
I'll take it back to the conversation we had last week with what's going on in Indiana. You felt that it was crazy. Wait, let me finish. Let me finish.
That's not a moral thing,
Let
though.
me finish. You felt that it was crazy that they are allowing the people in Indiana, they're giving them the right to defend their lives against the police. And the truth is, the only reason you feel this way is because our rights to defend our life, our God-given right to defend our life, has been taken away from us for so long.
Here you
that
go making up shit. You can't make up shit. Once again, you just make up shit.
How am I making up shit?
'Cause that's not why I felt that when I was exact why I felt the way I felt.
Why?
Because it caused anarchy. When you don't have.
How does it cause anarchy?
Listen, when you don't have rules in any system and you give everybody a free for all, that's what happened. It has to be rules.
But
so I don't feel like it's a moral thing.
It is.
I feel like a free for all thing.
All we've been handed is our God-given.
Yo, bro, man, here you
Can I
always making up
finish?
shit,
All we've
B.
been given is our God-given right. We've been returned our God-given right in Indiana to defend our life. Right? It is unnatural. Listen. It is unnatural for a cop, for you to know that he's going to kill you, and for you to allow him to, because you know you have no defense in the eyes of the system. The natural thing is for you, God gives you a right to defend your life. And I'm just saying that it's the same thing with these pharmaceutical companies. It's the same thing with crack or heroin. They have
It just sound like to me you want to defend selling drugs, and we just talk about.
I'm not defending selling drugs. I'm just saying.
Listen,
I'm just saying everybody sells drugs. Everybody. All these pharmaceutical.
But you know what I'm talking about. You're bringing it somewhere else.
No, I'm not.
You taking one thing. Wait, I'm asking you about two different separate things, and you taking something else.
Let me ask you a question.
Bringing it up.
Let me ask you a question. Are you aware the epidural that they give women when they're having a baby is fentanyl? That is what fentanyl is. That's where it comes from. Are you aware that?
Okay, so
hold
what's your
on.
point?
Are you aware that OxyContin is synthetic heroin, bro?
What is your point?
What I'm telling you is they legally sell heroin.
We're not talking about that neither.
You don't think that that's
You're trying
immoral.
to bring something else to make your point correct.
I'm
and
not
still,
trying to bring
and guess
nothing
what though?
else. I'm just saying there is nothing immoral about drugs, bro. It's just that they've been illegal for a very long time. So in our eyes, there's something wrong with it.
Let me tell you what the big secret is. I
Sure.
still feel the same way on the pharmaceutical side. So it doesn't make a difference. I'm just saying to you, at some point, we just got to do better overall as people. That's all I'm saying, if there's a difference. So I understand where Shorty was coming from. I'm just saying on the opposite side of that, when we look at this as a whole, I just think we got to do better regardless of what it is.
Listen to what I'm saying. If you go into the Brazilian jungle, there's a herb. No, listen to what, there is a herb called alawaça, which will get you higher than heroin, which will get you higher than cocaine. And a lot of people from these tribes naturally do that. What I'm trying to make you understand, cocaine comes from the cocoa leaf. None of the, they illegalized it because they couldn't tax it, bruh. It has nothing to do with it being immoral.
Yeah, but guess what though?
But
if we was walking, guess what? If we was people walking around like zombies, whether they legalize it, didn't legalize it, tax it or didn't tax it, if people were walking around like zombies, robbing and stealing from each other, ODing, we would still have a problem with it.
10 years ago, we would have had this conversation about marijuana. This is all that I'm telling you. And now the second that they legalized it, all of a sudden it's no longer morally wrong. Bruh, the government,
I never told you it was morally wrong. I never told you it was
there was, bruh, just like if there's nothing morally wrong with marijuana, then there's nothing morally wrong with cocaine. There's
Why it's not? No, it's two different effects.
Listen,
crack do something totally different than weed would do to you.
I hear you, but guess what? For years, people were going to jail 30, 40 years. Yeah. Let's leave the subject because we just going to keep beating.
Definitely. Hello. Anyway.
Wake up, Styles.
Trey Songz. I just saw Trey Songz tap two chicks' jaw in some bowling alley. He had to turn himself in. Trey, I don't know what the fuck you doing. You need to stop. I don't know if it's real because he got off his other charges. But every other month, Trey Songz is some bullshit.
Yo, Trey, you need to chill, bro. You need to chill out, homie.
He got sexual abuse charges.
Just sing them songs, man. Yeah, just sing them songs.
Don't be a gangster. You're R&B singer. Relax, my nigga. I don't even understand. You know, I wrote something for Trey Songz.
Could you sing it?
Nah, I don't remember it. I did, but it was on. I wrote it the hook on Mano's
Sing it for us.
on the joint that he did with Mano a couple
Come on,
years
sing
ago.
it for us, please, Styles.
I don't remember the shit, man. You can play it, find the records. Mano featuring Trey Songz, man. You can find it.
Mano featuring Trey Songz. Styles wrote that.
So R&B dudes can't be thugs.
I'm not saying R&B dudes can't be thugs. I'm just
They
saying.
could be thugs. They could be pedophiles. They could be whatever they
Yeah,
want.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you're a lover, man. Stop being a fighter. Like you can fight when it's necessary.
So just because a man's a lover, that means he can't be
no,
a fighter?
I'm saying just fight when it's necessary. When you gotta protect your woman.
So you want to
protect your
put the
family.
man in the box? That's what you want to do?
Listen, I won't put nothing. Anyway, listen, bro. I might be, the way the show started off, they even say that stupid shit to me just now. I'm not even fucking with
you
you.
want to put the man in the box?
Anyway, listen.
Yo, Trey, if you see Styles, run.
Yo, anyway, listen. I want to bring up another subject real quick. I was watching this shit on Instagram. Y'all know that's my shit. It's not gonna change. It was a
Not the
dominatrix.
most credible news.
It was a dominatrix. She was getting paid $250 an hour to basically kick niggas' ass. And she said she had a session the next day. She had to give a nigga 600 lashes with a whip for $2,000 for 1 hour. It hasn't been done since like how many years ago?
If you think that's crazy, you know they have financial dominatrix out there too, right? Which are just women that never meet up with the men, that the men just send the money. And the men, for some reason, they get some type of kick out of sending the woman
Yo,
money.
you know I had a homegirl.
Yeah,
My
financial. It's called financial domination.
My homegirl, my brother used to have a girl, and she used to put her foot on the internet, and she used to get paid. She's like, yeah, guys just look at my feet, and I just do things with my feet, oil them up,
And they send the money.
ejaculate on the other side of the fucking computer. Yo, I want to put my foot on the internet so maybe a woman could get off of my foot or something.
You know, I had a chick.
Can I beat somebody? Can I smack somebody's ass and get $250 like a bitch ass and just keep smacking it for $200? I take $50 an hour.
I had a chick that I used to mess with.
You don't think?
She used to do that. She didn't really do dominatrix, but she did like fetishes on the weekend. And she had this one dude that she used to meet up with. She had this Asian dude, and she would literally just meet up with him in the hotel, and he would sit in the corner of the room on a chair beating off, and she would just walk around in her panties and her garter belt and her stilettos and just walk around in a circle, and he would just beat off and beat off and beat
Niggas is crazy, son. That's what we doing out here. Yo, Tico. Tico.
This was years ago.
Where Tico at? What's that domination chick? I don't want to say her name. That be coming here, the bad chick. That be with Shay.
Yo, you know what's crazy? When I was walking to the back, I meant to tell you, I need to get on the show if y'all gonna have that.
Yes, we need to have her on the show.
Okay.
She a real life dominatrix. She bad than a motherfucker.
Okay.
Mo, don't look at her.
Don't look at her.
She
What
can
do you mean
spank
don't
me
look at
though.
her?
I ain't
got
paying
eyes.
$250 out. Tico, what she be doing to niggas when she she do all kind, walk on their balls, all
They
kind.
walk on them, piss on them, shit on them. They step on their balls, all types of wild shit.
Son, that's what people out here doing.
Yeah, son, like all types
But
of
why would you
wild
pay somebody to shit on you? Niggas shit on you for free every day.
shit. You like to get shit on? I don't know.
Yo, listen, ladies, it's a new year. If anybody need me to spank some ass, golden shower their ass, listen, if y'all need me, I'm here. I'm available.
This nigga wants the golden shower and ass. Wow.
A woman's ass. Let's be clear. All right?
Yo,
A
this
woman's
nigga
ass.
crazy.
Because if that's what niggas is doing out here, I got nice feet as a man too. I'll show y'all my foot. Look, let me show y'all. Wait, I don't know if they ashy or not. They might need lotion, but they nice though. So I pull out my foot on the internet for niggas too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You'll pull out your feet for niggas.
For women. You know
So
what
you
I
let-
mean. Stop it.
You just said for niggas.
Stop it, Mo. Stop it. Stop it.
Okay.
I'm just saying for the new year, I want to be a male dominatrix. Is that such a thing? Can somebody look that up? Do they got like niggas punching bitches in the face and shit?
This guy's crazy.
I'm about punching no chick in the face, I'm just saying. Because I couldn't believe what I saw.
You
bro.
got a problem selling drugs, but you'll punch a chick in the face for money. Crazy.
Is that morally wrong? Is it morally wrong though?
That's her?
Yo, she bad, son.
me see
Look,
you.
look. Now Mo want to see her picture.
Let me see.
Yeah, she bad, my nigga.
Okay.
Nah, scroll, Mo. She bad, son.
Okay.
Look, Mo excited.
I'm not excited, bro. You see this shit a dime a dozen on Instagram, bro.
Well, on some other news, let's get into our other news, Mo, real quick. So I want to talk about your man, your friend,
Why is
your
everybody my
confidant,
friend, my man? Who you talking
Mr.
about?
Derek Jackson.
Me and Derek did a panel together.
So what you thought about him?
What I thought about him.
Because I think the ladies liked him like that day on the panel.
The ladies
didn't
do
they?
like
Yeah.
him, but that's also because ladies like to be told lies, bro. Unfortunately, and it's so crazy because I watched the contrast between how Kevin Samuels was regarded and Derek Jackson was regarded, and I think that that's a true testament of the fact that women like to be sold a dream. You know what I mean? And
What do you mean by that? Like Kevin Samuel told the truth and he told a lie. And,
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
and it's not about telling the lies or telling the truth. It's about the approach. You know what I mean? Kevin Samuels never tried to hide the fact that he was flawed. I'm a flawed man. It's like I always say to women, right? I'm the same as every other guy in just as many ways as I'm different than every other guy. You understand? Because at the end of the day, I'm human. Like, I'm not perfect, far from. I have my ways that I differ from men, but I have my ways that I'm the exact same. And I feel like Derek Jackson kept demonizing men and faulting them for the same thing that he was doing.
Yeah.
That's what I don't respect.
It's crazy.
That's what I don't respect. And the thing with Kevin Samuels is, you know, all right, Kevin Samuels has kids out there. He's been married before. You know, he's divorced. Like, bro, he never tried to hide that. It was like, okay, yeah, okay. It is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, I'm still trying to do what I'm trying to do to better my people.
But you know it's a better pill to swallow when people hear what they want to hear. It's probably not the best pill to swallow, but it's the better pill. So I think that's why some women may have gravitated to Derek Jackson and what he was doing.
All that means is Derek Jackson's a better salesman, bro. That's all that is.
I'm not mad at that.
It's so easy to get people to like you when you're just telling them what they want to hear. That is so simple. Bro, that's simple. It's easy. You understand what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'm not gonna label him a simp or anything like that because I'm not even too fond of that word. But I would say that he was doing everything that he could to cater his personality to what women would want to follow. I mean, which he's a businessman. This was his movement. At the end of the day, and I think that that's the difference. I think that Derek Jackson was all about branding and creating a brand.
He did a damn sure good job at it.
I don't know if his intentions were as pure as Kevin Samuels was, because Kevin Samuels didn't give a damn how his message was received. It was just, yo, I'm gonna give y'all the message that y'all need to get.
Only thing I would say about the Kevin Samuels dude, I didn't agree with everything.
The
that
Godfather.
He said. This guy's crazy. I didn't agree with everything he said.
I didn't either.
But what I will say is, he has so many sound bites that was out there. I don't think people took the time
That reflected
out.
opposite of his message.
Yeah, and people didn't take the time out to listen to him fully or listen to his message. They just got him from the sound bites because he got on men just as well as he got on women. If you listen to everything that he had to say in totality, so people just make judgment because of the sound bites. And sometimes I tell people all the time, we got to look at the whole picture instead of just looking at the sound bite of some things. So that's what I would say the difference is, as far as Derek Jackson is concerned. You know, I know it was like a bombshell when he had cheated on his wife, and he was not just cheating, but he was knocking the chick off like in the car in front of the house or some crazy shit.
He was being super disrespectful.
Like super disrespectful with it, and you know, it was disappointing. I'm not saying that you won't cheat, but it's levels to what you don't bring the chick to your motherfucking crib, and you know what I'm saying. So you know, more power. Hopefully he learned the lesson. Hopefully his wife get healed and they can move on and do their thing. You know what I mean? Well, look, man. These next two stories are a little crazy to me, a little sad to me at the same time. Somebody quote the Jay-Z line when the family feud.
No one wins when the family feuds.
Nobody wins when the family feud. So I want to talk about Amari Stoudemire and him allegedly punching his daughter in his face right after his graduation.
Her graduation or his graduation?
His graduation.
He graduated?
Yeah, he graduated from something.
Okay.
And
Congrats, Amari.
the University of Miami he graduated from, and he says
I never thought Amari was that great a basketball player.
Nah, he was good, man. Come on, stop it, man. Stop it. Hell no. Anyway, but the bigger thing is this. Now, but the bigger thing, he did punch his daughter in the face, and he said she was being highly disrespectful.
She disrespected his mother.
Yeah, and it got crazy. So, you know, a couple of things I want to say. I read this quote, and I want to just share it on my phone. I read it the other day, and it says, if you raise your child, you will spoil your grandchildren.
And if you spoil your child,
And
you'll
if
have
you
to
spoil
raise
your
your grandchildren.
And you have to raise your grandchildren. So it's sticky for me because, like I said, we both got daughters, right? And I was never a beater when it came to my daughter, never. But it's been times I had to get at her 1 or 2 times. You know what I'm saying to you? And I remember there was a time, a couple of years ago, not too long ago, where she was kind of disrespectful, talking real crazy, and I had to like grab her up and like, you know what I'm saying, and like get at her for real. And it's hard sometimes when your kid disrespect you or somebody else or whoever and disrespects you and they talk to you, whether it's male or a female child, and they came from your loins. Like, who the fuck are you talking to? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't know what happened in the situation. They say she did something to his mother. That could be a tricky situation. It's hard, B. I don't know.
The only thing I disagree with, you know, I got 3 kids. I'm not putting my hands on my kids. I will go get the belt and I will whoop your ass.
That's still the hands, bro.
No, it's
same
not.
shit.
Listen, bro, there's a difference.
Okay, this guy right here.
Me as a
listen,
grown man, I am not punching my daughter in the face.
Yeah, I'm not punching my daughter in the face
I'm
neither.
not,
I
will
just
go
saying.
get the belt and I will whoop your ass.
How old was the daughter? Anybody know how old his daughter was?
Anyone know how old the daughter?
I looked that up for me. See how old his daughter was real quick.
Yeah, but that's my only thing. Like, I'm not with the punching the kid in the face because I believe that parents make mistakes and children pay for the rest of their lives. So if you punch your daughter in the face, as she gets older, how can you tell her that it's wrong for another man to punch in the face?
Nah, I hear you. But, you know, like I said, I'm talking about any kind of physical activity.
No,
like,
I
think a belt is just as crazy as a punch, right?
I
To me,
strongly believe, that's not.
That's
listen,
how you feel.
I'm never going to beat my daughter like I would a grown man.
No,
I'm going to
I
go get
agree
the
with
belt
that.
and I'm going to
I'm
whoop
just saying
her ass,
abuse,
bro.
to me, if somebody beats me with the belt or somebody punches me, a hit is a hit, man.
It's not the same.
To me, it's the same.
I don't think it's the same.
No, I hear you, but to me, it's the same. If I came in here, it made the belt even be more embarrassing. Like you said, he gonna go and tell. It's different. You punch a nigga in the face and knock him out. You beat him with a belt. That's a scar for the rest of his life. So abuse is abuse. Be like,
because the belt.
I hear what
the
you're
belt
saying,
is
but
a lesson, bro.
I hear what
to me, I don't know. Listen, and this is just my take on it.
Can somebody tell me the age of the
I think-
daughter, please, and what did she do to the mother?
They didn't say which daughter it was. He got 2, 17 or 14.
One is 17, one's
She's
14. But
did they tell me what did she do to the mother?
I just think that she talked back to the mother. That's what it was. But I just think that the punch in the face is
Nah, it's really crazy.
it's another disrespect.
Nah, it's really crazy.
Bro, you're a parent. Go get the belt and whoop that ass. I'm not punching my kids in the face.
No, I think it's really crazy, but it's just it's also crazy if she did speak to the grandmother crazy and did something crazy to his mama. I'm not telling you that it was worth the punch, but it's just crazy.
He should have got the belt and whooped her ass.
We got to just be careful on how we discipline our kids. Like I said, but I know that frustrating point when you get to your kids.
He should have got the belt and whooped her
I
ass.
hear you. You still want to beat the ass. It's just kind of crazy.
He should have got the belt and whooped her ass.
All right, but
I don't
listen,
agree with the
Amari-
punching her in her face. Amari, you should next time get the belt, whoop her ass.
Amari, I hope you and your daughter can fix whatever it is y'all got going on. You know, it's a sticky situation. I'm a dad, so if my daughter did something to my mother or went off on my mother,
Because if you don't
I'd
if you
probably-
don't discipline her, you're also doing her a disservice because you're teaching her that what she just did is okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sticky subject, man. But, you know, listen, I also want to talk about Master P and Romeo. Said Mario. Romeo.
Make him say, oh, nah.
Yeah, when they hit, though. When that shit came out, what was the
I
movie?
never liked none of that
Nah,
shit,
what
bro.
was the movie that came out? That was
I
like
got
one
the
of the first
hookup. I got the hookup.
Nah, it wasn't I Got the Hookup. It was before that.
Hot
Limit?
Boys. It was called Hot Boys.
Hot Boys? Yeah. It was? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That was one of the first, like, hood movies, like
So,
underground
question.
movie.
Was No Limit the first Hot Boys, and did Cash Money steal that from Master P?
You know, I don't know about, yeah, it could be, I don't know. But him and his son is arguing. It was all over social media. It's about a bevy of things. It's just a sticky situation. His daughter passed away, committed suicide. That's Romeo's sister. I think Romeo, from what I was reading into it, felt the way, like he's saying his father is not all that positive, how he projects on TV. People came back out and said, listen, man, my thing is I give and I teach the community, and that's how I heal. And I'm not going to argue with my son. I think that was the right thing he said on social
agree.
media. Like, look, I'm not even addressing him no more here. I did reach out to him. If he wants to reach out to me, he can, and I'm willing to talk to my son and fix it. Romeo then came back and was like, yo, you know, he took some money or he can give up all the money from the rap snacks, all that. It sounded like a bunch of little shit going on, but the most important part, his daughter committed suicide, his sister committed suicide, and that family's hurting, and they going through some stuff. And I just hate to see it, how it spills on social media.
I hate to see it happen publicly.
Yeah,
man.
publicly. You know, and especially when both of them together, for me, I would never think that this as a fan, right, sitting back, because I love how whether I liked the music or didn't like, you always saw him and his son doing mad shit from TV shows to movies and.
But that's all surface level shit,
Yeah,
bro.
but I'm just saying.
None of that tells you what the hell's going on behind the curtain.
That does.
Not saying that anything was going on behind the curtain.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is to see a father and son that look like me and you work in building.
I don't look like Master P. You look like Romeo?
But, you know, it was disappointing to see that, and I hope they can
was.
work it out. Everybody go through shit, so I ain't mad. It ain't crazy. Everybody go through this shit.
And could we get out this habit of every time you have an issue with someone addressing it to social media, man? Like, look, man, have the courage to just call up whoever it is and have a conversation, you know, because the truth is going to social media is not going to make the situation any better. If anything, it's going to make it worse. You know, y'all got to keep that in mind.
So, you know, listen, man, like they said, nobody win when the family feuds. So I hope those two families can work out their differences and come to some resolve and, you know, start doing things that families do together and just be happy, man, and make more memories for your families.
Master P, the boy said pay him.
I'm not getting into that. This nigga's crazy.
Listen, I'm just saying what the boy said. I didn't say Mo said pay him. I said the boy said pay him.
He's a grown-ass man. What the fuck are you talking about? But anyway, listen, other news. We out the family shit. Other news. Real quick, I did see on Twitter that and on Instagram and on the other sites and shit like that, Elon Musk said, you see him do like
He did a poll.
A poll saying should he leave Twitter, and if the people say he should leave, he gonna leave. I don't buy it. I think he set up the poll himself. He probably wanted to leave because, you know, shit wasn't going good. They was losing a lot of sponsors because so much of the free speech.
I mean, it takes a lot of man hours too. Elon Musk is a very busy man who is juggling a lot of different businesses.
Yeah, I think it was more about the money though, because he was losing so many sponsors and shit from all the free speech shit that he was doing. And he probably got to put somebody else in control. To me, I think it was a genius business move to do it that way and get the fuck out of there and put somebody else in charge so they can make more rules and probably still be the puppet master behind the strings and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I also believe that someone who's as high up on the ladder as Elon Musk isn't ever really hands-on like that with a company that's already kind of been established. Like, usually it's at the beginning stages to make sure that things get off the ground, but I don't think that he has the time to put towards what it takes to be an active CEO of Twitter.
Well, you know that he got like something like, I don't want to quote the number, but it's a couple hundred companies that he got, a couple things that he's doing. So he's a genius. He's been doing that type of shit all the time. I don't put it past him. I really think it's because of the sponsorship. They was losing money with him at the helm, and they got to switch it out. But either way, look, it was entertaining for social media for this week. And
it won't be entertaining until Trump returns. Return of the Trump.
On the next subject. But he just got
yeah, I know.
indicted with like 4 different
He
counts.
didn't get indicted.
What he got?
They're suggesting
I think
that
it was,
the DOJ,
I don't
they
even
made the
fucking know. I
suggestion
wanna
to
say,
the
'cause I didn't
DOJ.
really read the whole thing.
Yeah, they made the suggestion to the DOJ that these are the charges that he should be charged with. And now it's all left up to the DOJ whether they choose to charge him or not.
Yeah, we deal with that another time. Anyway, I saw this crazy shit that I want to speak to you about. So I seen this shit called transable. Right?
Transable.
So it's like people that wants to be handicapped.
Okay.
So I seen a lady who amputated her legs to want to be handicapped, right?
Uh-huh.
Then I seen a lady who went to a medical
People that want to be
doctor
amputees. Yeah, I saw that.
because she identified with being an amputee. She didn't
Amputee.
want her legs anymore, and she didn't want the ability to walk. She wanted to be handicapped. There was another lady that identified with wanted to be blind and used to walk around like she was blind. So
But
she
it isn't that they identify as that. It's that they have an obsession. Like the people.
No, but she wanted to identify.
No,
she
I
wanted
know.
to live the life.
What I'm saying is, like, the people who get their limbs amputated are obsessed with being an amputee. So
Yes,
what they
but
do is they've been walking around for years, literally, like, with one leg tucked.
Yeah, but it's no different than a transgender identifying as a female. So she want to be. They want to identify as being handicapped. So this lady, like I read the whole shit. So another lady put. Yes, they had a doctor, a medical doctor, put bleach in her eye
and blind her.
and let her wait 30 minutes before they took her to the eye doctor and let her permanent so she could be permanently blind. Her family disowned her. They wouldn't have nothing else to do with her. So I'm just saying, you know, I used to tell people sometimes, like before when I didn't get the trans community, I didn't really get what was going on there, and I didn't understand. I would always say, if a person, you know, it's funny in this country sometimes if a person got rid of their penis, people like cheer them and celebrate the, you know, transformation and, you know, and say they was had courage and, you know, whatever that case may be, and you know, and it's celebrated and looked as joy. I always used to say, but if somebody went in the hospital and said, I want to lose my leg or I want to cut off my arm, they probably put them in the G building, right?
Not anymore.
But not anymore. And I'm just like, yo, the trans community I get, right? You feel like you're somebody else. You feel like you don't identify with that. But when do we say enough is enough? Like somebody told me you could identify as a dog last week. And I didn't know if that.
Kids go to school identifying as animals all the time. And the teacher has
So when
to
do we
let
stop?
them
When
meow
somebody
and they
say
have to
they're a
let them
bird, they
bark.
jump off a bridge and like,
Question.
when the fuck does this shit stop? Like,
But question, I'm gonna take it back to Plaxico Burress, right? You remember Plaxico Burress, the football player
yeah,
that
the
shot
nigga shot himself
himself?
in the foot, yeah.
So why is it that you'll get arrested for shooting yourself, right? Because
Did he get arrested to shoot himself or the firearm going off and he had an illegal gun?
I don't know if he had an illegal gun. I just know
Well, it's New
that-
York City. You
I
can't-
just
you
know
can't have a
that
gun on you
I
in
just
this.
know that if you try to commit suicide, they'll arrest you, right? They'll put you in the G building. If you shoot yourself, you'll get arrested. I don't understand how it is that you can go to the hospital and have the doctor blind you, or you can go to the
Yeah, they didn't
hospital
really
and have
speak
the
about that,
doctor
yeah.
amputate you, amputate your limbs. Like it just doesn't make sense to me because
I
you're
just wanna-
causing. It doesn't matter. You're still causing bodily harm to yourself.
All I want to know is when does it stop when we started? Like
doesn't.
I said, some things like it's just going too far. Some things I'm starting to
Who are you to
understand.
say when it's going too far?
Yeah, some things I'm starting to understand.
Who
and
are
I
you?
get, And I respect
Who are
it.
you? You don't respect people's rights?
Hold up, I'm just asking.
You don't respect people's rights?
Here we go, bro.
No, I'm
just
serious.
asking the question.
Who are you to tell people when they're going too far? If it makes them happy.
I hear you, but I don't know why a person with perfectly good eyes.
I want to
would buy this
identify
stuff.
as a billionaire.
Well, okay, I want to identify as that too.
We grew up with people every day that identified as being thugs and wasn't thugs.
Right?
I guess, but you know something. But like I tell people, they can't identify with being black or white. Because you seen that white lady that was working at the NAACP, and she was really helping niggas too. They say, "Oh hell no, nigga, you can't be black." You know what I'm saying?
You gotta hear the whole story. She actually grew up
With black people.
with two black.
With black people and shit, and really identified with it. You know, I don't know anymore. I'm just confused. And if I sound ignorant, people, please forgive me. I'm just confused, and I'm not afraid to ask the questions and to be educated and learn shit. I just don't understand anymore.
I think the whole world's going to shit and crazy. It is what it is. I'm just going to be honest.
Listen, as long as people ain't hurting themselves, but when I see somebody,
But they are hurting
amputate-
themselves
yeah,
when
you
they
amputate-
amputating
yeah,
limbs
like,
and they making themselves blind.
I
Yeah,
don't,
you
I don't
are hurting
understand that,
yourself.
but you know, and then her family don't want nothing to do with her because
Now, if
they
you
said she caused that shit to herself.
question, is that considered hurting yourself when you cut off your penis? Because what's the difference
I
between
don't
wait,
think so.
what's the difference between amputating your leg and cutting off your penis?
Because you still have the sensation, they just turn it inside out.
But it's still an amputation.
'Cause I watched the whole documentary on that shit. Like,
Your cast. Wait.
listen, I'm trying to learn shit. In this world, we gotta learn everything.
But if you're being castrated, then your penis is being amputated.
Yeah, but that's just like having knee replacement surgery.
I'm just saying-
they cut off your leg. You know
I'm
that's
just
an
saying,
amputee, right?
if you don't have an issue with men getting their penis cut off, then why do you have an
Yeah,
issue
because
with
they-
someone cutting off their limb?
Because you're not losing the sexual organ. You actually turning it in the other way to make it use another way. Like,
I don't know what you're
I
talking
know.
about.
Forget it. I botched it. But watch the documentary. I don't even remember what I watched. I watched this whole shit because whatever.
What's
Listen,
the documentary called? Boyz to. I'm not gonna say it.
This guy. I was watching this shit today though. It was funny. It's going around on the internet. It was Mr. Rogers, and he was saying like he had all these songs about boys supposed to grow up to be men and only girls could have babies, only ladies. And
Not no more.
People was like, yo, he would have been whitewashed. They would have got rid of Mr. Rogers so
got
they would
Mr.
have canceled his ass so quick. You know, so it's so funny to see how the world
Has changed.
changed from those years. So it just makes me say to myself, where will we be at in 30 more years from now?
I told you, in 30 years, love will no longer exist.
Don't say that. Love is always going to be.
No, it's not.
It's always going to
Bruh,
be.
love is becoming. Love is becoming so transactional. Listen, pretty soon, love will not exist anymore.
Nah,
And
love is
remember, I
always gonna
told you
exist.
this, another 20 to
But
30
it's
years.
always mothers and fathers. You always gonna love your kids. But there's always children. They always gonna love their parents. Love is when you always got God. You always gonna have love. Love is always gonna exist.
Okay.
Just like hate is always gonna exist. You know what I mean? They synonymous with each other. They're the yin and the yang, bro. So
Okay.
you know it is what it is.
I hear
But-
that's just my take on it.
But I got a better topic. Let's talk some fun shit. Let's get out of this shit. I want to ask you. I got two more things I want to ask you. For the new year, what are the rules for the threesome?
Oh, the threesome. There's a lot of rules for the threesome, bro. And it all depends.
I got a story. Do you want to hear my story first, or you want to tell me your rules?
Hold on, I'm just gonna say one thing. Let me just say one thing, then you can go to your
Okay,
story.
cool.
The rules for the threesome only apply in a threesome where a woman that you're in a relationship with is included. That's where there's rules. If it's women that you're not in a relationship with, then it's a free for all.
Okay. Cool. Well, I do got two different scenarios. I remember one time I wanted to have a threesome with a young lady that I was involved with. She was my girlfriend, and she was willing to do it. But then I saw like if I did it, it would have changed.
It would have messed up your
us.
relationship.
That's how I felt with it. So I would tell you that, but I do have a crazy story though.
Hold on, before you say the
time-
story, I just want to say that this is why I always say, if you're gonna have a threesome with a woman that you're in a relationship with, that y'all have feelings for each other, only do that if it's something she wants to do. If it's something that she's going to do for you, don't do it because it's gonna ruin your relationship.
But you can ask if she wants to do it, right?
If it's something she wants to do, bro, she'll bring it to you.
That's not true. That's not true because I've dealt with plenty of people who don't communicate, don't talk. So
All,
sometimes
all
you
I'm
have to-
telling you is, with the woman that you're in a relationship,
push it, I would
don't
say.
don't convince her.
Her to do- okay,
Yeah, because if it's something she doesn't want to do, it's gonna end up ruining your relationship. She's gonna build resentment because of it. And
I can see that.
the majority of the time. I'm not gonna say all of the time because there are people out there that don't care.
But check this out. I had a crazy threesome one time. So check this out. It used to be this online service called a chat line. It wasn't online. It was like
Yo,
a
I
phone.
remember the chat
Remember the
line.
chat line? You remember
Oh my God.
Oh, God. Yo, that shit was so better than the internet. I don't even know people. Yo, people that grew up on the chat line.
You've reached the Brooklyn Raven.
You are in room 4.
Oh my
There
God.
are 5 people in room 4. Nigga be in there. Who the fuck is making that noise?
The mad blower.
Yo, that shit used to be great. Yo, Chatline was crazy. It was an online service. You just call. There's mad people in rooms. You can go one-on-one with. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. So I was on the chat line one night, son. So I was on the chat line. It's like 3 in the morning. I'm on the chat line, and I get these 2 girls from the Bronx, B. And they talking about they coming to Brooklyn. But they call me from the house phone, but then they sound like they on the pay phone back then, right? So I'm like, y'all come to Brooklyn? Y'all fuck out of here. Ain't coming. It's like 1 in the morning. They don't get to me because, you know, train service is late. They don't get to me until about like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, 3:30. So I call my cousin Voice. I'm like, Voice, come with me to the train station. Let's go meet these chicks. Just bring the hammer because I don't know who they coming with. It's 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So we got the hammer. We go to the train station, pick them up. It's 2 chicks, but they happen to be sisters, but they look different. They like, one is real light, one is real dark. But they say they blood sisters and shit, right? So they come to the crib. My nigga Voice, my cousin Voice, he passes out on the couch on me because it's like 5 in the morning by the time we settle down, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, what the fuck we doing? Like, you know, I'm trying to get some ass. It's 5 in the morning. So I'm talking to one, talking to the other.
Trying to figure out how to set it off?
I'm trying to figure out how to kind of set the shit off. Cause we talked.
You like Mayweather in those first couple of rounds when
you
he's
gotta
trying to
feel
figure
each
out the
other
fighting
right?
style.
So what I did was I told one shorty, I said, yo, come to my room real quick. So she comes in my room and, you know, I'm testing her out and shit. And she with the shits.
You testing her out? What do you mean by
I
that?
mean, like, you know, making advances, like trying to see if I could touch the
You
breast.
dipping,
suck the
your
titties.
toe in the pool?
Yeah, kind of just seeing out. But as soon as I go in, she with the shits. She like pulling out my shit. She start giving me some head and shit. I'm like crazy. Word? I said, yo, go outside. I said, you think your sister be with the same shit? Like, she's like, yeah. So she go outside. I say, yo, come inside. She, other shorty come to the room. I go, yo, your sister said you can't give better head than her. She said, what? And she start busting me down, right? So I open the door, say, Y'all gotta do it together. I can't figure out which one was better. So they both come to the room, top me off, and they both. I'm like, yo, this is sisters though. Y'all really sisters? It's like, yeah, we really sisters. We got the same last name, show me ID. But I really think the chicks just needed a place to stay for the night because they had nowhere to go. So they came to my crib. I think they just needed a place to stay. But the chat line,
They spent the night?
Yeah, they stayed. They stayed till it got light outside till they had a place to sleep. Like they slept on the couch and shit.
How much trouble you had getting them out in the morning?
Nah, I had no trouble getting them out. They got up and left. I ain't never seen them again. I was like 19 years old. I had my first apartment around there. It was the chat line was. Y'all got so many chat line stories. It's ridiculous. But the Brooklyn chat line was crazy, man.
The Brooklyn Raven.
Yeah, I missed that shit, man. That shit was crazy. They need an online version.
You know what's
of
so
shit.
crazy? You know how I got on the chat line? I was in the studio with my man Al, and he was making a beat, and we was bored, and he was like, "Yo, here, take this number, call the chat line." I'm like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
And then we called the chat line. Me and my man, rested there. My man Will Amaze. We called the chat line that night, and then from there it was just like, what the hell?
Chat line was amazing. We used to meet niggas up in 42nd Street to fight, all kind of shit. Niggas be beefing on chat line was stupid, B. But yo, we want to end the year off right. You know what I'm saying? Once again, we want to just say some shit that we not bringing into the new year.
Yes.
So we got a couple of things that we not bringing into the new year.
Some things that need to die in 2022.
Mo got more than me because I really had time to think about this, but what I had offhand.
Start off with yours.
Niggas got to stop wearing Crocs and flip-flops to me. Bro.
Crocs.
Grown men, if you over 25, 27, Crocs and flip-flops gotta go.
Y'all need to stop wearing
like
Crocs.
If
you know what Crocs are? Crocs are the modern day jellies. Men did not wear jellies. You should not be wearing Crocs.
If you in your fucking crib, yes. But grown-ass niggas walking outside, I don't know how these I don't know how these thug niggas is outside, right? I don't get this. Y'all niggas be outside.
I don't mind the flip-flops. The Crocs gotta go.
I got a problem with the flip-flops too. Because these niggas be carrying hammers. Who you running down with flip-flops on your hand and a hammer in your hand? If a nigga punch you in your face, I'd wait for a nigga with Crocs and flip-flops to fight me because I'm stepping on his fucking
Why must
toe.
everything resort to violence?
I'm just saying, that's how I think. Like,
I don't
you can't do shit in flip-flops outside, B. Like, you can't do shit with a flip-flop, my nigga. That shit is crazy. So the flip-flop shit gotta go.
Only when you traveling.
That was number one.
The next thing
No
is,
more Crocs.
I don't care about the sagging pants. Sometimes my shit sag. But
Number
when that
two.
When that shit go under your ass, that's another thing. You're going to say, well, I'm always thinking about a
Why
nigga
you always
tap your
think about
shit.
ass, man?
I'm just saying when a nigga, shut the fuck up. When a nigga tap your shit and you
When a
trip,
nigga tap your shit.
oh, God, here we go.
What?
When you get your jaw tapped, because when you don't respect your jaw and you get your jaw tapped, and you know what I'm saying, I seen a dude get his jaw tapped not too long ago, but his pants was all the way down. And he kept just trying to pull up his pants because he couldn't move with the pants underneath. I don't get it. I don't really understand that.
Let me jump in.
Hold up, this is my last thing I got to say, and I'll just give you the floor.
Okay.
I know I said this before. Pretty girls, ugly girls, in between girls, please, just wash your ass. Keep it clean for 2023. Sincerely,
Let's leave this thing booty in 2022.
Please, just leave that shit. I'm going to act like it didn't happen. I'm going to put it to the past. I'm leaving it there.
We starting off with a clean slate.
Clean
so you
slate,
should start off
literally.
with some clean drawers.
That's it. Go ahead with your shit, Mo. I'm sorry, y'all.
So for me, that was number 3, clean booty. For me, number 4, in 2022, fellas, I want us to leave thirst behind. Okay? So if she's not interested, let her be. Okay? It's time y'all start realizing y'all worth, fellas. No more talking to yourself in someone's DM. I don't want females showing me text threads of you saying good morning to yourself 100 times with no response. There's a point where you got to get to where you got to go, yo, you know what? Obviously, she's not interested. I'm worth more than this than for me to keep demeaning myself to beg someone to like me. Know what I mean, fellas? We got to start knowing our worth. So in 2022, I want to leave thirst behind. In 2022, let's go into 2023 knowing our worth. Let's make these women work for us, man. Like, seriously, we're worth it too.
100%.
Know what I mean? So let's let thirst die. All right? Let the spirit of Kevin Samuel speak
Y'all
through
gonna be
me.
in this nigga DM so crazy. I can't wait to see the comments.
Now, number 5. Ladies, I'm talking to y'all. Fellas, I'm talking to y'all. What I would like to leave in 2022 is lack of accountability. People who are so keen to everybody else's bullshit but blind to their own. People who make so many excuses. Ladies, I'm so tired of when a man points out your flaws, you want to call him gay, your mother didn't hug you enough. We not falling for that bullshit no more. We leaving that in 2022.
Wow.
It's time for everyone to be accountable. We're not going to let y'all keep weaponizing homosexuality and calling us gay simply because we're pointing out y'all flaws. Y'all allowed to point out our flaws 24/7. And I'm not saying that there aren't men that aren't accountable. What I'm speaking about is as a whole, let's let lack of accountability die in 2022 because without accountability, there is no growth.
And that's the Reverend Moe. Preach, Reverend.
All
Hallelujah.
right.
Glory to God.
That was number 5. Number 6. I would like begging to die in 2022. Okay?
Don't ask me for shit.
No, and no more. Listen, your Cash App and your bio. I don't know you. Like, am I really
Yeah, I want
supposed
to do that. I want to do that for my birthday. I want to see if somebody give me some money.
You were begging. But anyway, I would like begging to die in
I said I wanted to do it. I wasn't begging because I never did it.
2022,
Fuck
right?
outta here.
And what I mean by begging is someone giving you something when not getting anything in return. It's cool to do a crowdfunding campaign. It's cool to do a GoFundMe if you're trying to get
Achieve
money
something, yeah.
for a project to contribute something back to the people who contributed. But, yo, let's let begging die in 2022, please. The
I'm not
Cash
mad at
App's
that.
in your bio for absolutely no reason other than because you're cute. I ain't with it. Let's go to something else. Let's let this die in 2022, please. I'm going to say that showing your ass on social media is like a dude showing money or putting money to his ear. It's fucking corny. Believe it or not, ladies, women can be clowns too.
Yo, you know I want to say something about that, though? I think I said this before. When I get at the chick page and, like, majority of her pictures is just ass shots, so she got that ass on the sink and she looking back like that. Like, that shit, like, it's redundant now. Like, it's just too much. It's over. Like, if she give me a little bit and then tease me and, like, she just got her regular clothes on, I'm like, damn, she
of
got a fatty and I'm
course.
trying to peek. I like that more. But when you
And-
just doing it in every picture, that shit annoys me.
And
B. I
let
don't
me
even
put
want
you
y'all
on-
to go to the next part.
Let me put
next
you
shit.
on to something. There is no bigger illusion than the ass on the sink. A chick can have no ass whatsoever. If she sits on the sink, it looks like her ass is fat. You know what I mean? So, like I said, let's let this die in 2022. Showing your ass on social media is like dudes talking to the money phone. It's corny. And there is no difference. Let's leave that in 2022. All right? Next thing. Bad BBLs. At this point, I feel like ladies have been getting BBLs forever, and BBLs should be perfected at this point. So there is no reason your BBL should look like a pumpkin on 2 toothpicks. At this point, go to a reputable doctor, right?
Yeah, you right
Don't
about
get your
that.
BBL in the basement in the Bronx. At
Yeah,
this
you right about
point,
that.
BBL should be perfected and they should look natural. And come on, man, your BBL should not look like Campbell's Chunky Soup in a garbage bag. It should not.
Y'all be careful out there, ladies, this year, man. I don't want to see no ladies dying on the
Done
table.
exactly.
This year on that shit, please.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want y'all injecting crazy glue into y'all asses, liquid cement, none of that. At this point, BBL should be perfected. Bad BBL should be a thing of the past.
I'm still getting my DDL.
Next thing. Next thing we want to talk about that could we leave in 2022? The copy and paste BBL belly button.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You said that to me earlier. What is
Bruh.
it? What's the belly button shit?
Every woman that has, or no, it's not the BBL belly button. It's actually it's the tummy tuck belly button. Because what they do when you get a tummy tuck, they cut out your belly button and then they create it back. And every woman who has a tummy
I
tuck,
never knew that, B.
yeah, has the same belly button. It looks like a wonky eye. So we
How
trying
many more of
to.
this shit you got? You got another one?
Let me see. Yeah, I have more. I have more.
He
I
probably leave a lot
have
of
one
shit
more.
behind.
I have one more. I have one more. And we just kind of spoke on it. My last thing that I would like for us to let die in 2022 is airing out your beefs on social
media, please.
media.
You gotta bring that shit to social media.
If you
B.
got beef with somebody, man, have the balls to pick them up, to pick up the phone and call them and address them directly. If you have a beef with somebody, have the balls to go to their crib and speak to them face to face. You know, because my biggest problem, and I've been through this, is people who were hiding from me for years, but were on social media talking a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, if you can't,
If you can't face that man face to face,
not only that though, if you want to say it to a person in
Yes.
their face,
then don't say it on social
don't hide
media.
behind the social media shit. And a lot of y'all niggas be hiding behind those pages with the zeros, followers.
Yeah, the
and
fake
zero
pages.
Post. Like, that shit is just crazy. I don't even know why you would even
A lot of
participate.
y'all got business pages. And what I mean by that is fake pages that y'all use to check everybody's business. You know, so that was my last thing that I would like to leave in 2022. Let's not drag these things into 2023, please. And you know what? I have one last thing. And this right here is really, really from my heart. And I know that it's not going to happen, but I hope that what we could leave in 2022 is the war between black men and women. In all honesty, this constant competition between us about who's oppressed more, who goes through more in this world. Like, yo, we in this together, man. And I think that until we begin to realize, once again, until we become reacquainted with the fact that there is so much beauty in our unity and our togetherness. And I don't mean I don't mean as far as us as a people. I just mean black men and women once again forming that trinity.
Yeah.
We need to go back to that.
I totally agree with that. We're going to leave all that bullshit in 2022, and I just want to welcome y'all into 2023.
Welcome to
I'm telling you,
2023.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, now, I hope
Even
all
though
of y'all
this is airing probably like 4 or 5 days before New Year's.
I hope all of y'all have a blessed New Year, man.
Have a blessed New Year's.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
We
So
wish
enjoy
y'all
it.
the absolute best, man. Let's go into the New Year's off and running. You know, it's all good to chase the bag, but let's also chase self-fulfillment. Let's also chase not just financial growth, but emotional growth and spiritual growth. Like, it's all good, man. I mean, yeah, success is a beautiful thing. Getting money is a beautiful thing, but money doesn't make you happy, bro. A lot of people will tell you it does. I don't agree. Let's chase self-fulfillment, man. Self-happiness, emotional growth, spiritual growth. You know, let's make sure that we prioritize that just as much as we prioritize financial growth.
So once again, I want to say Happy New Year for this nigga went on this run-on sentence shit. No more run-on sentences.
You should
from
stop
this nigga.
hating for 2023.
Fuck this nigga. Listen, Happy New Year to y'all. Shout out to Woodstack.
Happy
Tico!
Shout out to Wood Steezy, yo, my dude, Ken! Sweezy, my
shout
guy
out to-
Suave.
Shout out to Phil Gray.
Chico!
Phil Gray for, looking
Shout
out
out
for us
to
with
Phil
the gear.
Gray for looking out with these beautiful.
And this
I call
fake
these-
ass Trini nigga over here.
You know what I call these? I call this the Yah
Legendary.
special. I call this the Yah special because it's the trust no one hat. R.I.P. to my dude Yah. Wish you were still here in 2022. Wish I could have brought you in 2023. I miss you, my nigga, always.
Yeah. Be blessed.
Brooklyn,
Boy, we out.
out.